Welcome. Once more, we reflect on the gospel of the day. Today's gospel is from St. Matthew's. Jesus said to his disciples, "I tell you, unless your righteousness surpasses that of the scribes and the Pharisees, you will not enter into the kingdom of heaven. You have heard that it was said to your ancestors, 'You shall not kill,' and whoever kills will be liable to judgment. But I say to you, whoever is angry with his brother or sister will be liable to judgment. And whoever says to his brother or sister, 'Raka,' will be answerable to the Sanhedrin. And whoever says, 'You fool,' will be liable to fiery Gehenna. Therefore, if you bring your gifts to the altar, and there recall that your brother has anything against you, leave your gift there at the altar. Go first and be reconciled with your brother or sister, and then come and offer your gifts. Settle with your opponent quickly while on the way to court. Otherwise, your opponent will hand you over to the judge, and the judge will hand you over to the guard, and you will be thrown into prison. Amen, I say to you, you will not be released until you have paid the last penny." The Gospel of the Lord. In reflecting on this parable, this constant contrasting between the Pharisees and the proper approach to worshiping God, it's always getting caught in the legalism of it all, it seems to me. And then it dawned on me that when I was a kid, I guess, I used to hear once in a while, not so much from my parents, but someplace, the plaintive cry of, "After all I've done for you." Maybe it was when I was doing retreat work and high school juniors and seniors would say their parents don't express their love, especially dads. And we say, "Well, yeah, but he works 50 hours a week. He's paying your college. And I go down the list of things they're doing. And their response was, but yeah, I guess, but he's not saying it." There's a tendency to measure success by activity, by service. "Look what I've done for you," and then the list. I remember when I was assigned to teach high school, I knew nothing about it. I didn't go to a high school seminary. And a priest friend of mine said, "Whatever you do, don't say to the kids when you're really frustrated, 'After all I've done for you, here I am sacrificing my life.'" That's the worst thing to say. And yet it's the one thing we go to. How do I measure? What's what I'm doing? And that's what the problem with the Pharisees was. Jesus wasn't objecting to obeying the law, but he's saying, if that's your criteria, if that's your claim to fame, I'm keeping all the rules. See how good I am. And by inference saying, and you who don't keep the rules, you're not as good. But there's missing the whole message. When Jesus is summing up the laws and the prophets, he says, if you want to really get at the essence of it, then love them. Love yourself. Internalize. Make it something that's you and not something you're doing for someone else, or even for yourself to measure your success. It's not what I've done for you, God. It's rather that I'm trying to reflect you, God. That's different. I'm trying to be the best me I can be, not compared to you or someone else. And I know from my own experience that no matter how hard I try, I'm not going to be successful. I'm not going to be 100%. I'm not going to keep all the rules the way I should. and that's okay. What really is important is, do I allow what I profess to believe? Do I allow the message of Jesus to touch my heart, to make me more open, more sensitive, more compassionate? And maybe compassion is the word that strikes me today. Am I able to identify with others' struggles rather than just step back and analyze whether or not they're keeping the rules? How do I look at them as people? How do I see their suffering? Can I identify with that? Usually I can if I've had some experience in suffering myself. I know I've been there, I've done that, or I haven't done it is probably more accurate. So what Jesus is calling me to, and you, are not results, not comparing ourselves with others, or even a list of rules and regulations. It's not about membership. Look, I'm a good Catholic because I go to church every Sunday. The opposite doesn't mean I don't have to go to church. We make it either or. The question is, what am I doing? Why am I doing it? Do I do it with love and compassion? Do I pray? Do I attend church? Am I a member of the church to help me become a better witness, a better example to others, even in my limitations and my failures? Do I try not just to love, but do I forgive? Do I find myself being inclusive instead of judgmental? That has to come from the heart. It has to come from my faith in the loving God who loves me that way. And that takes work, takes prayer. It's like being a parent or being a friend or being a spouse. It's everyday effort, recommitting, having ideals and goals, and living up to them as well as we can. And when a given day goes by, and I look and say, I really didn't do well, I've got the next day, and I can recommit, and that's where God measures me. Am I sincere? Am I making the effort? Am I trying to be compassionate, accepting, and understanding? In short, am I trying to witness the God I profess to believe lives in me? And that's the challenge. Not whether I'm keeping rules, but am I loving? I hope your day continues to go well, that you continue to pray for one another, and above all, that you remain safe. God bless.